What's up, guys? I have found some extremely underpriced rookie cards of starting NFL quarterbacks that stand to have dominating seasons this year. So by the end of this video, you're going to know the players that I'm talking about. You're going to know the advanced fantasy football metrics I use to make these selections, and you're going to know the cards that I'm targeting and the prices I'm targeting them at. And these are the same fantasy football metrics that I used last year to take all of my season-long fantasy teams to the playoffs, including drafting Lamar Jackson and most of them in the 4th to 7th round. And if I was into football cards last year at this time, I would have made a killing, because as I've talked about in my previous video, that same Lamar Jackson rookie card was selling in early August of last year for around $4 per card raw, or I think $25 to $30 for a PSA 9. And that same card by the end of the fantasy season at the end of November was selling for $70 raw like hotcakes on eBay, and around $125 for a PSA 9. So we've got a lot to cover in this video. Let's dig in. Now, as advertised, we're going to start out with quarterbacks and go into the advanced data analysis. And listen, I'd love to talk about all these other positions, but quarterbacks get most of the love in the sports card world. So that's where we're going to start. And I will do future videos on running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and even defensive players. And part of my primary mission here is to grow the love for all these other skill positions. And when we look at quarterbacks, some of the key indicators that I am looking at that are going to translate over to sports cards and what makes a good football card investment, meaning that the card is underpriced and it is expected that this player is going to outperform. And we have so many metrics here that we can choose from. We really have got to narrow down our field. And the first criteria that I select is average draft position, because average draft position is being taken from the high stakes fantasy football championship league. And this, we're talking thousands of dollars per entry fee for this league. And these guys are very experienced, very well versed in playing fantasy football. And that is going to give us the hype indication going into the football season. Therefore, who is expected to perform or have a breakout season? When we talk about performance metrics, the things that we want to look at are protection rate. How often is the quarterback being blocked whenever they snap the ball? Another thing is supporting cast efficiency. This is going to aggregate the attributes, the athletic attributes and production attributes and efficiency attributes of the surrounding wide receivers, the surrounding tight ends, the surrounding running backs. And so then, of course, we're going to look at passing yards. We're going to look at passing touchdowns. We're also going to look at rushing touchdowns. We are going to look at true passer rating. So this is going to factor out garbage time. This is going to factor out throwaways, and it's going to factor out drop passes. So we're also going to look at production premium. Production premium is important because it is also factoring out garbage time, 2-minute drills, things of that nature, and it's comparing each quarterback in the NFL against each other. Positive value of a production premium is essentially saying that this person is more productive in an average NFL situation than their peers. A negative value is just the opposite. They are less efficient. They do not have as many completed passes. They do not have as many passing yards, passing touchdowns, etc. in a normal NFL situation. So then we have all of these advanced analytics metrics that we can also look at. So we can literally talk about game script. We can definitely want to take coaching into consideration. We want to take in red zone to touchdown to interception ratio. And that goes to players like a Patrick Mahomes that are clutch under pressure, that are going to perform well down the season into the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl. That's going to lead in a higher card price, no doubt, hands down. We're going to get the results here, and it's going to compare everybody. We're going to start by filtering average draft position. So we can see that Lamar Jackson in these high stakes fantasy leagues is being drafted first. And so what I've done, I have filtered all this data out. I've added additional criteria such as their Hall of Fame marker. All right. I've also added their injury projection. Looks at the injuries that they've had in the past, that looks at how likely they're to be injured again. And so I put this score down here for us so we can analyze. So if I want to filter by average draft position like I've done here. I could do that. Hall of Fame marker. They have to have at least played 50 games to be part of the Hall of Fame marker, but that doesn't mean that these guys aren't already well on their way. Like Lamar Jackson, last year he was the MVP, and we saw that have a dramatic effect in his card prices from the beginning of the year to the end. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes, all-pro selection, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl champion. And I mean, let's be real, guy. The guy can throw with his left hand, right hand. He gets the job done. He's clutch, and that's why right now is the highest valued quarterback rookie card. And so what I've done is I've added all these categories, and if you come over here, I've actually added their targeted cards that I am targeting, the prices I'm targeting them at. This is a platform that is cloud-based, meaning that I am continually updating it, and as I update it, you will see those updates instantaneously. This is to aggregate all the research that I've done to make it easy for you guys to put it all in one place. It's not something that I'm charging for. It's something that I'm sharing with my subscribers. I want to build a community. I want us all to win here. And I want to grow the love for football cards. And there's a tremendous opportunity right now with all the focus on basketball cards and baseball and those sports starting up here within the next 30 days, hopefully, and football not starting until the end of August, beginning of September. There's a tremendous opportunity for us right now to invest in some very underpriced players. So, what I love about this sheet is that I can filter with these little tabs at the top, and I could sort A to Z if I wanted to, rank from average draft position. I can then see that and then go across and see, okay, does Lamar Jackson have a good supporting cast? Yes, pretty solid. Okay, what's his production premium? Very good. Probably one of the highest in the NFL. And we can sort that and then get an idea. Oh, perfect. He was actually second highest in the NFL last year. So in typical NFL situations, he performed way better than his peers in the NFL. And Ryan Tannehill actually did even better. And a lot of people forget that the Titans went to the playoffs last year, beat the Ravens, and beat the Patriots in the playoffs, and gave Kansas City a run for their money in the championship game. And that's because Ryan Tannehill is on the Titans. They're a small market team. Very easy for him to fly under the radar, right? He was on Miami starting his career, going back to 2012. And Miami has been terrible. All right, let's be honest, guys. Miami has been terrible for a long time ever after Dan Marino left. Ryan Tannehill is way under the radar. His protection rate is phenomenal. The Titans have a top 10 ranked offensive line coming into the 2020 season. His supporting cast efficiency is phenomenal. His production premium is the highest we've seen. And I honestly believe the Tennessee Titans are going to be a dominating force because other teams have to play to stop the run. Derrick Henry, their starting running back from Alabama, was the #1 running back in the NFL last year in yardage, and other teams have to play to stop him, which gives Tannehill time under a top-ranked offensive line to make moves with his feet, to hit people in the air. If you look at his true passer rating, it's 118, extremely solid. Now, there is a bit of injury concern. He tore his ACL back in 2016, but with the protection that he's getting from the Titans offensive line and everything that Derrick Henry and the supporting cast and A.J. Brown and Jonnu Smith, for a rookie card that is a Panini Prism rookie card, this is a double bonus rookie card too, because 2012 was the first year that Panini Prism made the Prism. So that's also a collector piece and something that's starting to pick up in the market. So I've done the legwork to put in their most popular sets, and like I said, this is not a finished product. I have more targeted sets I want to add. I really want to have 3 sets, the most popular. And if we look from 2016 to the present, from everybody I've talked to that are experienced sports card investors, it's the base Donruss, the Donruss Optic, and the Panini Prism are the most 3 liquidatable sets. My purpose is for you guys to be able to easily click that link and then come over here. You can see the sales trend on ComC, right? But then you could also easily copy and paste that and come over to eBay and search for that item. Case in point, let me show you my purchase history. So for example, I bought this Ryan Tannehill 2012 Panini Prism for $18.95. I bought this one for $15.96. I bought this one for $12.19. There is my Ryan Tannehill rookie. Look at that, Ryan Tannehill. And I actually had, boom, let me put these. So I actually had $10 eBay coupon, eBay bucks that they gave me. And that is, that's a good looking rookie card. That's what I love about the Ryan Tannehill rookies, man. You get the double bonus the first year Prism was made. And so I got both of these cards for under $20. And with his upside this year, the production premium, the supporting cast efficiency, the completion percentage, card sellers, look at that. Painter's tape comes right off. And ba-bam, another one. Thank God this one for around that $10 price range. If you like the sheet and you want to spend all the time in it you want, click my little yellow face on one of these sides and subscribe to the channel. The link to my website will be on my channel page. It will also be in the description of this video, and I'll paste it here. Go there, there's a submission form on the first page, put in your email address, that's it. And I will send you the link via email, and you can see me actively update the sheet, add metrics, add cards, sets, and prices. I'm aggregating prices from all these different platforms, not just one. So just for context, by day I am a systems engineer and within the technology sector, and I design software and hardware applications for Fortune 500 companies to help them lower risk and increase their operational efficiency. So you can imagine that when I present a project to them for a new software application, I cannot present it without solid data metrics, in-depth research, and case studies to back it up. So I take the same philosophy and mindset that's made me successful there, and I bring it over to fantasy football and to football card investing. It's made me successful in fantasy football, and now I want to make it successful within football cards, and I want to share that knowledge with all of my subscribers. So I'll see you guys in that next video. Peace.